Alright. We good? I think we're good. Good now? We got our stream up? I think everyone can see. Check over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turmon Bus. We've got 4 drivers. Please take the time to join our Facebook page, www.more information about Turmon.
Okay, sweet. We can see. Got it over here. Alright, so I just finished a group ride. It was a 3-hour group ride. It was, I don't know, was it 39 miles? Just under an hour and a half. So I already did that. And then now we're going to jump in this race. We will see how this race goes. This will be super interesting. I think Nick, my sprinter, he's racing as well, but he's in the B's, I believe it. So. I think this race is 30 miles? I'm sure. Scotty Wise's here. Come on. Just trying to get comfortable with my heart rate drop. Stay right tempo right now for me. So this is a 2 killer. Got some indoor specialist guys here, I think. Who do we got here? Scotty Wise is in the field, so that's fine. We'll see who else is here. I didn't see any other names that I recognize. We're gonna do questions and stuff at the end. I'm just a little too focused on this right now. I knew. That's awesome.
Rutter's gonna have a hay day every day.
Oh, the rubber got hay? Yeah. Sweet. Am I getting tired? No, I'm pretty comfortable right now. My sweet spot is like 320. So as long as I stay under that, I think threshold starts around like 310. So as long as we stay around 4 or 5 and lower, pretty comfortable. My heart rate starts getting like high 180s, low 190s. Definitely know I'm digging hard. But right now, just kind of cruising at high tempo. I just did a group ride with him. Me and him actually reach out from time to time on through like Instagram. Dude's a wealth of knowledge. Good guy too. Super nice. Yeah, so yesterday I did a sweet spot workout. I did do 45 minutes at 92% of FTP. I held like 324, 45 minutes, and finished out an hour and a half at like tempo. So legs are a little fatigued. Hopefully won't do too much VO2. I feel like I might hurt in that area today, but where we're at right now, this is gonna be a long race in this effort, but this is good stuff. Remember the days when I could only do 295 for 45 minutes. Like that was a good day, I'd do like 300. It's crazy, you stay consistent. 7 years in of consistent training, and like it's finally paying off. Poor guys are just dangling. Pretty tough race so far. pretty like full gas. A lot of bees up here too. I need to upgrade the eggs. Power-ups. If not, this is going to be a fun sprint. Oh, no power-ups this race. Yes! That means everyone gets to suffer this in. I'm going to trim the fat. Hopefully I'm not the fat. I know I am not the fat. Go, you gonna do your workout? See, I'm live streaming. Some call it fun. Others call it stupid. Tip go kind of there's pro. Is he? Is he the one that's off the front? Oh, he is. He's a B rider off the front. 2 B riders off the front. Come on, bro. Powers we have. I don't see anyone right now. So now we're at sweet spot. There, Scotty, that's my wheel. So sandbagging just being like, you're racing a category down even though you're strong enough to get category up. Trying to steal easy wins. Super lame. Forever at the road. else is in this race? Let's see if this Scotty replies back to me. Oh, that makes sense. Z power off the front. Lame. How's Chaz doing? Talking? Yeah. Sorry. It's gonna hurt. So you Scotty? Alright. Starting to find a rhythm. Starting to settle in. I'm actually sweating quite a bit, but it's pretty cold outside and kind of rainy, so I got my window right here wide open. And it's like, I got my fan, my other fan. People are starting to get tired. 2 laps to go. Wish I could read the chats if you want to read them. Sorry guys, I'll read them afterwards.
That hurt. Dang, Scotty went so hard. So in this situation, I don't know who the other guys are, but I know Scotty Wise. He's really strong. So I'm gonna watch him. I'm not gonna pull a lot. I'm gonna sit in, ride wheels. Anytime he starts to push over 7, I'm digging. I'm gonna dig deep and go with it. Come on, guys. Seriously. That's not nice. This guy would help. This guy to help. I'm racing for third maze right now. I went a little too early. Oh, that hurt. Ouch. Oh. Oh my gosh. That was varsity. Alright. Catch up on some of his comments now. Oh my gosh. Dude, that was Scotty Wise, man, he plays so hard. I knew he would do that. Oh. One lap fire go. Heck no, pal. I hit 201 the other day with my heart rate. Sit back and relax. There was no relaxing. Yeah, and Wise did change jerseys. How did that happen? Very confused. Oh, didn't realize that guy was there. Okay. I could be a sprinter. I'm a good lead out man. What the sprinters do, their stuff. I am on the Tax Neo, selling it right now for like $900. Hit me up if you're interested. Neo 2. Good trainer. You're a sprinter after all. Obviously now I lost. Dang it. Yeah, no, I hit over 1,000 watts. Twice. Super surprising. I hit like 1,200, 1,250 outside. Inside it's a way different animal, but yeah. Yeah, so that B, he was also a Z power. So, hard stuff. I'll turn this fan off. Turn this fan off. I'm gonna go grab a drink really quick. I got fourth. So technically, the end of this race puts me at 2 hours and 40 minutes for the day. So I'm gonna spin a little bit, cool down. Lots of sandbagging. Yeah. Did my trainer top out? I don't think so. I think this trainer is supposed to be able to hit like 1,800 watts, I think. So I'm a little bit how do I put this? The trainer has like a Newton meter type thing. I don't know. Anyways, I think technically I'm a little bit too strong for it. So I will get virtual slip quite often when I'm sprinting. Mostly, I'll get some virtual slip. But other than that, like, I love the trainer. It's a solid trainer. I'm getting the R1 kinetic though. I'm gonna try that out. It's got the rock and rolls back and forth. I mean, this one does too. This one has some good side-to-side motion. So you can have them in a rhythm, but out of the saddle doesn't work as much. Oh. Anyways. Hit me with some more questions. Let's Austin driver series. No, so Monday, what did I do Monday? Monday was a ride. I think we did 2 hours on Monday, something like that. And then, so I rode Monday for about 2 hours, and then I rode yesterday for 3 hours. Yesterday was my 45-minute sweet spot workout, and then today I was supposed to do like 2.5 hours. No, yeah, 2.5 hours of endurance. So I did an hour of endurance, and then I jumped into that race and basically did high tempo for an hour and 5 minutes. So that gave me about 2.5 hours for the day so far, which was right on what my coach had for me. That was kind of our goal. So, dude, Kyle, did you end up, I don't know if Kyle's still on here. If Kyle's still on here, did you end up jumping in that race and giving it a go? Tomorrow, so for me tomorrow, I have a rest day, so I'm not going to do that crit tomorrow. Am I gonna spin my Zwift drops? Dude, I don't know what to spin them on. What do I spin them on? Like, give me ideas. I just unlocked this bike, so the one where you have to like climb the freaking moon and back or whatever. I got that like last week, so I really have like nothing to spin my drops on. I don't know what to do there. Why do you think the pros? Okay, P12. Why do you think the pros struggle with this platform? World Tour pros such as Alex, Will, is getting used to it, but they struggle. Well, here's the thing. If you never ride the trainer, then it's going to be hard to produce the power you do outdoors, indoors. And the reason for that, when you're outdoors, you have what they call inertia, which is what helps you to propel forward. Like as you're moving forward, you have this like momentum that goes with you. That's why the direct drive trainers and whatnot are putting flywheels on them to kind of mimic that forward momentum, inertia. And what happens is you don't, outside you have dead spots in your pedal stroke. So, you know, you're only using power at certain spots at your pedal stroke. Whereas when you're indoors, the dead spots are severely limited. So you're actually using power throughout the entire pedal stroke. And for a lot of people, that takes time to train your body to in order to be able to produce the same amount of power inside as you can outside, because inside you're not able, with not having those, with limiting those dead spots on your pedal stroke on the inside on the trainer, you're not able to have those little micro rests. So then you can't push the higher power inside as you can outside. So the thing about pros, dude, they will train outdoors 24/7. Like a lot of them don't even train indoors, but their numbers are phenomenal outside, and they're still pretty good on inside. I mean, they're not terrible, but like for me, doing threshold or higher for 20 plus minutes indoors is so hard. We did a race, Monday, that's what we did. We did two split races on Monday. I did the second race, I did like 18 minutes at 3:36, which is just under my threshold, and I was dying. And then yesterday, I went out to do my sweet spot at 3:26, so 10 watts lower for 45 minutes. Yeah, and I felt completely fine. I could have gone for another, I could have finished out the hour at sweet spot. So that's the difference between indoor, outdoor. The more you train indoor, easier it gets. Scotty Wise rides close to 30 hours a week on the bike indoors. He is extremely good on the trainer. And then when he goes outside, he's just a monster anyways. So that guy also almost went world tour. and then he turned it down. But right now he's on a pro mountain bike team. He's on a pro USA crit team. Like he's going places for sure. He's got so many world master titles and all kinds of different things. So how many days do I rest? I usually take Sundays completely off. Usually, because I usually work on Sundays anyway. So I take Sundays completely off, and then Thursday is usually my recovery spin. So I do kind of the same thing with my athletes that I coach. I always ask them, hey, pick one day to take completely off. And then the other days, we pretty much, work out all the time, then we pick another day where it's 1 day off. So I go 3 days on, 1 day hour recovery, 2 days on, 1 day fully off, and then I start the week over. That's what I do. Turbo trainer or new mountain bike? So you're trying to race XC mountain bike when the race season picks up. Have a cross bike right now, but dealing whether or not to just double down on indoor training using crappy rollers at the moment. I mean, if you're gonna be racing mountain bike stuff, you might as well get the bike, right? If you don't have the bike, you can't really race it. So go with the bike. You can always get the trainer later. For me, honestly, I never did the trainer until Zwift got released. And then, even then, I didn't use it a whole lot. But then, like wintertime here in California, you can ride year round outside. It's just when it's like raining or crazy cold out, then I'll jump inside on Zwift. Other than that, don't really ride the trainer that much. Like today is, they're calling thunderstorms in the mountains, and we usually go out into the foothills and stuff, so we would have got rained on. It's been pretty windy and cold outside right now, and it's been drizzling on and off all day. So, I told my training partner, Nick, I was like, hey, let's Zwift today. Let's not risk going out in the mountains and getting stuck in a thunderstorm. So we're Zwifting. That's what we're doing today. Tomorrow's going to rain, too, so I'm probably going to jump on this for an easy hour spin. But yeah, dude, no problem with the Zwift friend request. Like I said, I'm not on a whole lot, but when I am, come ride with me. How many of your workouts during the week are high intensity? 2. If I'm racing that week, 1. That's the polarized method. So basically, you got 2 workouts, 1 to 2 workouts a week where you go hard. Yesterday was that, and then the rest of the time you say endurance. Today I kind of goofed it up a little bit with doing this race. But other than that, usually like today, tomorrow's recovery day too, so I'm gonna be fine. Plus there's no racing coming up technically, so I can, it's okay if I build a little bit more fatigue in the legs. I just gotta rest up to make sure I hit, Friday's workout good. So Tuesdays, I usually do a 2.5 to 3 hour like hard workout, and then Fridays I usually do another 2.5 to 3 hour hard workout. Mondays is like an hour and a half of endurance. Wednesdays I do about 2.5 to 3 hours of endurance. And then on Saturdays I do about 4 to 5 hours endurance. That's where we go with that. So what are some things you guys are doing to stay motivated? For me, I'm just kind of doing this stuff, just trying to stay motivated with this, and there's no racing, but like getting to see people and seeing like the community here on Zwift is really cool. So I've been jumping on here. Plus it's been raining stupid around here lately. Down south in Southern California, they're getting smashed with rain right now. Those high intensity workouts, both. They're gonna be any. Some of them are sweet spot. Some of them are over-unders. Some of them are straight VO2. Some of them are straight anaerobic. Some of them are VO2 in the beginning and then anaerobic at the very end. So I do that kind of stuff. Like yesterday was a sweet spot workout. So structure was an hour at zone 2, so an hour at 224. After that hour, I did do 45 minutes at 92% of my threshold, which came out to be about 317. I ended up doing 326. So I felt really good on that. And then we had about an hour 15 left of just tempo, like low tempo.
So then for the next hour 15, the goal is to stay floating around like 255. So 224 for an hour, 325 for 45 minutes, and then 255 for an hour 15. That was my workout. On the high intensity type workouts, I'll do, you know, like a 20-minute warm up. Then I'll usually do either 3-minute on VO2 intervals with 4-minute rest, or I'll do an over/under set, so just 1 over, 1 under, and then rest, like VO2, sweet spot, and then a rest. And I'll do like 4 of those. And then we'll do anywhere from an hour to 2 hours of tempo, like 250. And then the last 10 minutes of the ride, we'll do a set of what they're called 30 by 30. So it's 30 seconds at like 550 to 600 watts with a 30-second rest at like 150. I'll do that for 10 minutes. So there'd be 10 of those. So it'd be 30 seconds all out, 30-second rest. 30-second all out, 30-second rest. The first 4 or 5 use up your anaerobic ability, and then the last 5 or 6 are purely aerobic, and you are completely dying. So that's the anaerobic side of it. So I'd go VO2 in the beginning of the workout, and on the back side I'll do those. And they suck, but they make racing way easier, especially when you get at the end of a 3-4 hour road race. That helps. I'm 16, 58 kilograms. My FTP is 4.8, but sprint is very weak indoors. I can hardly hit 14 watts per kilo. What do you recommend for building my sprint power? Dude, I can barely hit 14 watts per kilo inside. I don't know what you're complaining about. No, dude, your sprint power indoor, it's never going to be that great. Let's be honest. It's very hard to go above 1200 watts on the trainer. I mean, our sprinter on our team, he hit 1600 watts outside, rested. Dude, he's like, I can't even hit 1,000 inside. Like when I hit 1,000 today, it shocked me. I never do that. But outdoors, I was always a bad sprinter, and what I really worked on was endurance with accelerations. Like every 10 minutes doing an endurance ride, you do a 45-minute, like biggest gear, just tractor pull acceleration at like your 5-minute power. Like, so for me, about 450. That helped. Doing 30-second sprints. So like you go 30 seconds all out, and then you do an 8-minute rest, and you do 4 more of those. That will take your 30-second power from, like, for me, it took my 30-second power from like 720 to 850. So when I'm fresh, I can hit 850. Most of the time, I'm hitting like 750 now at the end of a crit, which is awesome for being the lead out man in our sprint train. Other things I do, I have a video on YouTube talking about how to work on your sprint. I talk with our sprinter, but we do random sprints throughout our ride. We'll just do random 10-second all-out sprints. 30 by 30s help. I mean, you just gotta practice it too. The more you practice sprinting, the better you're gonna get at it too. So just all those little things, some different workouts that help too. Like the workout I was doing, I would go 30 seconds all out, and then I would go 90 seconds at tempo, and I would do that 8 times. It sucked. So I'd do 30 seconds at like, my first couple would be at like 700, and then as I got through the set, I'd be down in the 500 range, but I'd go 30 seconds at 700, and then I would go 90 seconds at 240, and then do it again 8 times, and then smash tempo for a while, and then do a set of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off 10 times at the end of the ride. Dude, sprint power. Not only is sprint power going up, but my ability to repeat that type of power went through the roof. Definitely try that. Do you have an off-bike training regimen? Yoga, weights? Some of the band work, I do some of the band work that Tim from SoCal PT, he's on our team. He recommends doing band work and stuff, and I worked with him a little bit and did his glute doping program, which is super dope. Yes, see what I did there? And his band work is really good. I'll do some of that. I'll do some body weight stuff like push-ups and planks and different things. I did do a year where I hit the gym hard. This year I didn't hit the gym hard, and I'm stronger this year. So, I mean, for me, I don't really do a whole lot off the bike. Do you do much non-bike work, mobility, core weights? Oh, same question. No, I mean the band work. I do some band work. That's kind of it. I'll do some foam rolling. I'll do some stretching. But that's kind of all I do. Oh, I run a youth group, so I'm playing dodgeball with the kids and whatnot, and different things like that. Guess you can call that off the bike work, right? Trying to lose weight. I'm a previous bodybuilder and getting more into riding. I'm sitting at 230. Should I focus on dropping weight and so faster rides, or should I fuel for workouts? Okay, so you're gonna want to fuel for workouts. When you don't fuel for workouts and you're gonna go out and do hard workouts where you're doing, you're just taking a lot of carbs, but you're not fueling up with carbs, you're not gonna be able to get through those workouts. So you need to fuel for those workouts, but the place where you can eliminate it is just kind of trying to do something like we do an endurance day where you go out and you just ride chill zone 1, zone 2. You can do it fasted for the first 45 minutes and then eat as normal. Workout days, you definitely want to have breakfast, carb load a little bit, do your workout. But then in the evening, maybe cut back on the carbs a little bit. That's one way to kind of help with weight loss. Also, just trying to cut out fast food helps. Getting rid of a lot of sugar in your diet will help. Like, I hate to say it, but ice cream, cookies, candy, gosh, that is my kryptonite. Ice cream right there, Ben & Jerry's all day. But you can start to eliminate some of that stuff. It definitely helps a lot. Definitely helps. And then one of my athletes does MyFitnessPal, and he logs and watches it, and he's gone from, I think he said he went from 240 pounds to today he finally hit his goal of 150. He's been doing this for like 7 years. Like, the dude just upgraded to a Cat 2. Threshold is now banging around 300 watts. He's 150 pounds. He's like an all-arounder on the edge of being a sprinter. I mean, killing it. But he did MyFitnessPal and logged calories and watched it and really controlled how he ate and portion control and different things like that. That's probably the biggest thing. And then if you stay consistent on the bike and ride, 10 plus hours a week, and you eat right and you eat healthy and you do portion control, it will naturally start to come off. So he said as he got closer to his goal, he had to get stricter, which totally makes sense, but that's one way. Also, if you're a bodybuilder, you probably have a ton of muscle. So, I mean, muscle's gonna be, it's dense muscle. It's not like lean muscle. Like, it's dense, boom, thick muscle. I cut out creatine. Creatine, definitely holds a lot of water, so you'd be able to shed a lot of water weight by cutting out creatine. And then on top of that, you don't have to like protein up as hard with cycling. Like, I take muscle milk supplement every day, but I only take 1 scoop. They recommend 2 scoops, which is like 50 grams of protein. I only take 25 grams because your body can only process 25 to 30 grams of protein per serving. So that's what I do there. But yeah, just kind of just watching that stuff, that will definitely help a lot. Wish I had time. Usually get about 3.5 hours to 5 hours a week. Oh, dude, T-Jack. No, I totally get it, man. It is hard to. It's hard to find time to ride, definitely, especially if you got a family and kids. That is important. I do full-time youth ministry, but what's cool about it is a lot of my work and stuff is in the evening, so I actually have time during the day to ride. With this whole COVID-19 thing, everyone's like home office work now, which I've been doing that for years. Like, that's what I've been doing, so I didn't really switch my routine. I am married, but we don't have kids yet. We're both in school full-time. And then on top of that, I coach about 15 athletes right now for cycling. I coach 15 guys, so between, me trying to train 10 to 15 hours a week, doing a school, having a life, doing youth ministry, and then also coaching people, I mean, that's a lot. But like I said, my schedule is super flexible, and I make time for my wife, I make time for my other job, and that job, and my training, and I work right here in my office, and it all works out. Just gotta be disciplined and kind of like, structure out your day and stick to it. With the kids though, like, I get it. That's hard. That is not easy. But hang in there. Don't give up. Keep trying to work on it. Find structure. Sometimes maybe if you Zwift, like maybe you just gotta like escape late at night or get up earlier and just jump on for an hour and do some like high intense or something and then jump off. I had some athletes that used to jump on Zwift at like 5:30 in the morning, be done by 7, and then off to work at 8. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. But people will find ways to make it work, but you just gotta find what works for you. Yo, what up? No, you can't spam the chat. Calm down. Where do you do most of your hard intervals? Where do you do most of your hard intervals outdoors? I live in Oklahoma, and it's hard to find a long hill to do consistent power for so long. I hear you, dude. We luckily have hills like that, but we're also climbing into altitude when we do that. The other thing that I will do, I mean, we do a lot of our intervals on the flats. I mean, our crits are all flat, right? So we're doing a lot of our stuff on the flats. Yesterday's was like kind of a rolling course for our sweet spot. It was more of like a rolling up than down. So it's more like this. So it actually worked out really good for the sweet spot, but I have done sweet spot on completely flat before. It's doable, 45 minutes. You just gotta find 45 minutes of road that is uninterrupted. I've done VO2 max intervals not on hills before. Like that's doable too. I mean, you can do that stuff on flats. It's totally doable. If you can find like a 10-minute hill or something, and you have shorter intervals, you could always do the on interval. Like say you had 5-minute intervals and you found a 10-minute hill, you can do 5 minutes up, turn around, come back down the bottom for your rest, turn around and go back up. Just do hill repeats. Boom, boom, boom. I've done that before. Just gotta find, even if it's like I got an athlete who goes to college, because there's a road you can do laps in the college and it's uninterrupted. It's not climbing or anything, it's all flat, but he does the intervals in there. He rocks it. So maybe give that a shot. What kind of youth group? So I deal with junior hires. I work with 6th graders through college students. That's what I do. We're technically like Baptist is what we are, but I deal with that. And then I'm also our worship leader. So every Sunday I'm up there singing, playing guitar, leading worship for us. And then because I make all the YouTube stuff, I'm now our video guy. So I just redesigned the website, and I'm making youth group videos, and I'm making videos for our Sunday service that we're posting live, and all kinds of things. Youth pastors are kind of like the utility shed of a church. Whatever needs to be done, they throw it on the youth guy. So that's what I've been doing, although I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. But that's what I do with the youth group stuff. We take them to camp twice a year. What else do we do? Do broom ball, where you go and play like hockey on ice with brooms and your tennis shoes. I love wrecking kids in that. I haven't jumped into paintball yet because I might kill someone, which would be awful. Dodgeball, I definitely have almost killed someone with a dodgeball. That is not fun. But yeah, that's what I do with the youth group. Super fun stuff. Super enjoy it. What else we got? I'm gonna probably jump off here pretty quick. Someone sent me a message. What did they send me? Oh, that's so awesome. I guess someone's watching. They sent me a question to the Instagram. But yeah, so he's like, what does it look like having you as a coach? Yeah, let's talk about that. So, you pastor equals utility pastor, pretty much. Okay, so what it looks like to have me as your coach.
So I really like communication. I had a coach. We didn't have a lot of communication. Made some gains. It was cool. I learned a lot. Didn't like it that much. Switched to another coach. Had more communication. But when I was kind of trying to communicate some of my goals and what my weaknesses was, I was just kind of like shut down. Like, you can never fix that. So I moved away from that coach too. The coach I have now does a really good job. We've seen my weaknesses. We've taken them from here to here. It shows now in my racing. It shows, winning Cal Cup last year was huge for me. Usually sprinters win that, the 10 race series. But somehow I did. Obviously, I had a team too that really helped, but winning Cal Cup, this stupid waterfall. The winning Cal Cup was super huge. And then, so communication, the waterfall's so loud. So communication is super huge. So I'm gonna, a lot of the people, I have an option where if you pick the higher tier, me and you have unlimited communication. So you can text me, you can call me, you can email me anytime, and I usually get right back to you, if not then, but later that day. The other thing is, I really try to hear what you want to do with your writing and what level you want to take it to, and we'll try to build a program around that. Some people have scheduling issues, so I really try to build a program that's based around your time available. It's never fun when the coach goes, here, do this, and you're like, dude, I don't have time to do this, and it's like, well, try to make it work. Like, no, I do the opposite. I go, what do you have available? I'm going to work around that, and we'll build a program that fits into your life, that doesn't disrupt your life. We'll go that route. So I do that. I use Training Peaks, so everything's uploaded to you. You get to look at it. If you've done like the Zwift workouts, they kind of look like that, the way I build them. Super easy to follow. You can put in target races and stuff in there, and we'll work through them. I have people who just want to get fit. I have people who target centuries. I have people who target the XC mountain biking. I have road racers. I have Fondo racers. All kinds of different types of guys who are getting coaching from me. But I'm trying to be as personal as I can. And a lot of coaches charge like $250 or more for coaching. I don't understand why. So for me, I charge like $150 for my top tier. And then outside of that too, like if you're into racing, I also provide like race tactics. I try to talk through you with how to race, what you should do going into the race. After the race, we can talk about, post-race, like, hey, what did you do wrong? What did you do right? What do you think you could have done differently? So I'll help coach you in that way too. If you follow my YouTube channel, obviously you've seen I post a lot of races on Kyle. Kyle's one of my athletes. He literally sends me his race footage, and I will watch it, and I will edit it, and I will not only put it up for you guys to see and learn from, but Kyle has learned a lot from it. He's gone from an okay Cat 3 to now he's going to be a Cat 2. He just upgraded. I got 2 more videos coming out with him. Like, he started winning races, and he started listening to my advice, and dude, the dude's gotten so much better racing, and he's winning, and now he's upgraded. So, but it's a relationship. I look at it that way. I'm not just some guy going, here, do these workouts, you do them, you'll get fast. I've had guys go, my threshold's at 260, I really want to take it to 320. And my response isn't going to be, yeah, no, that's doable. It's going to be more of like, okay, you're at 260, you want to get to 320. I'm happy if we get to 285 by the end of this year. I'm cool with that. That's a huge gain. It takes time and years to build that much, but it's not doable. But we also don't know what your potential is yet. So I'm not going to give you, I'm not going to build you up and be like, oh yeah, dude, you're going to go pro. Like, let's be honest, people aren't going pro, but I'm also not going to break your spirits. I'm going to coach you forward, keep you motivated. We're going to keep working on stuff. That's kind of what I offer when it comes to coaching. I also try to become like your friend. You're not just an athlete to me, but I see a lot of them as my friends. Like this whole COVID thing going on, I keep really, how's your health?
how are things in your area? Like, let me know if we need to pull back a little bit, if you're getting overstressed, like we'll restructure. But that's a lot of what I offer when it comes to coaching. So I would highly, if you're interested, like I'd love to talk to you even more on the phone, and we can go about that. What are your thoughts on Trainer Road? Trainer Road's cool. If you can't afford to coach, Trainer Road works for a bit. I feel like they put too much pressure on the FTP metric, and they'll overshoot for a lot of people. That's where I think with a coach, I've had people that go, man, they give me these VO2 workouts on Trainer Road, I can only get halfway through them before I die. And I'm going, well, then that power is not right for you. Like, yeah, your threshold may be that high, but your ability to shuttle that lactate in the blood is not great. So so we got to start there and get you efficient at that, and then you'll be finishing those sets. So if you're time crunched and you don't have the money, Trainer Road, it's not the worst option in the world. Personalized coach, I think it's actually worth it. I myself am still coached, even though I know how to coach people, because I want someone else to plan my workout. I've been with him for 3 or 4 years. He knows my physiology. He knows how I work. He knows he's here in California. He knows all the races we're doing. Like I've been with him since I was a Cat 2, and he's taking me a Cat 1. Right? Last year he got me, my best year on the bike. Right now this year started out as a banging year, but obviously all this COVID stuff happened. So now, it's like right now, we're still training hard, hoping racing starts back up in June and July. Trainer Road's cool, but if you got the money for a personalized coach, I would definitely do it. Can I coach people who don't have any way to measure power? Yes, it's a lot harder. What I do is I hope that you have a heart rate monitor. That way we can coach off of heart rate. It's not as accurate, I will be honest. Heart rate can be affected by sleep, fatigue, stress, heat, cold, hydration, everything. Power is power. It's either you have it or you don't. So, but at the same time, dude, I would look into a power meter. I was looking yesterday. Cork has power meters right now for like $3.99. They're super discounted. I run a Cork on my bike. Super discounted right now. $3.99 for Cork. Specialized has their good. I think it's a 4i technically is their power meter. Dude, that's a good power meter. Stages, they're okay. The power pedals are good, like Power Tap or the Osimo or whatever they are. Osimo pedals. Those are good. Pioneer's going out of business, so don't go Pioneer. But Pioneer's getting more affordable. So if that was like, what do I buy next for my bike? Dude, buy Power Meter. You will start making so many gains. But again, I do coach people. I can without power. It's a lot harder to really make gains, but it's doable. It is doable. Yeah, $150 a month. I'll be honest, right now, I pay $175 a month for my coach. I've never paid over $200 for a coach, and my coach is phenomenal. Obviously, you can. I'm totally down to give you a link to some of my athletes that I coach, and you can ask them, how they like the program and stuff. But all the athletes I'm coaching, dude, they're making gains and they're doing good. I met Kyle a year ago at Yosemite Cycling Camp. So I helped Tyler, the vegan cyclist, put that on. He invites me up and I help mentor and stuff. And Kyle was like 260 threshold, barely a Cat 3, weighing like 165. And a year later, not even a year later, I've been working with him and he's now like 300 threshold, 150, moved up to a Cat 2. The dude put in a lot of hard work, but he followed the program to a T. He was always overtraining. We dialed it back, kept him more fresh for things, and he's seen a lot of good stuff. My other guys too were, same kind of stuff. But again,
you know, I'm more than happy to talk to you about that different stuff. I do a Zwift FTP at 2:45, but I can't finish some Zwift workouts. Why and what should I do? So Matt, so what? Here, I'm gonna text you too. What type of workouts can't you finish? I mean, it depends. If you can't, I mean, yeah, it depends on what type of workouts you can't finish. So because there's all kinds of different things that can be going on. I wouldn't say your FTP is wrong. I'd say maybe, again, trainer is tough, but if you test it on the trainer and that's your FTP, then you know. But yeah, tell me what workouts you're struggling to finish, then we can talk through that. Hey, I moved up to level 31. That's dope. And that race was so hard. The race is stupid hard. Yeah, let's see, I wonder if he's gonna get back to me. If not, sorry, I'm running out of things to talk about now. I'm probably gonna take this 2 hours and then call it.
You ran out of words?
Yeah, I'm running out of words. Oh, here we go. Shorter, more intense. It's easier, longer FTP intervals. I can't finish 2x20. Okay, so yeah, I mean, so it sounds like sweet spot stuff. That just might be a weakness, and that's just something you have to work on. So an example would be for me, sweet spot for me is, I mean, I'm a TT guy, like TT breakaway type guy. I love the sweet spot. I can hold that all day. But, I mean, like my teammate's a sprinter. He struggles more with holding sustained power. So if you don't have a good aerobic engine, it's going to be hard to hold power towards the top side of your aerobic engine. So you just got to keep building that engine. Maybe you can do some shorter ones. Maybe you do 3x15. You know, you can try 3x15, try it out, 5-minute rest, you know, and work your way up. Or maybe you start with 2x15, and then you work your way up to 2x20. Then you work your way up to 1x30, and then you can work up to 45 minutes. Like, that's how you do it. For a lot of my athletes, I have them do the 2x20 route. It's mentally easier to break them up. Pacing too is critical. Like, if you overpace in the beginning of those, the back half's gonna suck. So you have to pace them smart. And again, some people are good at pacing TT efforts like that, and sprinters will struggle. Sprinters like more of a surgey type thing, whereas I don't like surgey. I struggle with surgey. I like easy, like threshold or lower. Like that works for me. So that could be part of it. Yeah, I mean, also depends on, yeah, did you carve up for it? Did you not? For you being a bodybuilder, like, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of muscle and that takes a lot of energy. So your carb stores are probably pretty low. So maybe you're just blowing through them right now because you're just not efficient yet, which is totally trainable though. The more you work at it, the more efficient you're gonna get. So, you know, don't worry too much about it.
maybe just break into smaller chunks and then work from there, and then build up to the time in the zone. No, I mean, I wouldn't really lower the FTP, but I would just lower the interval. You know, do 2 by 15, or maybe do 3 by 10. Try 3 by 10 at sweet spot. Start with that. Nail on those, and then you can switch to 2 by 15. Then you can switch by 2 by 20. Like, you want to build the time in the zone. So I don't go out, like I do 45-minute sweet spot because I'm good at that, I'm efficient, and that's what we do in our races. So for me, it's not a big deal. My sprinter though, it's hard for him. So we don't, you know, he struggles a little bit more than that. But he will push through, but it's hard. When I do VO2 stuff, I mean, if I'm nailing them, we'll usually add another set versus upping power. Or if we're already maxed out on time and zone, then we up the power. So it's all about getting that time in the zone. So the 2 by 20 actually gives you 40 minutes in that sweet spot zone. Whereas if you did 3 by 10, you're gonna get 30 minutes in that sweet spot zone. And then you can work it up. So try that maybe. The indoor-outdoor cyclist. Am I already indoor-outdoor cyclist? Can't wait to be working with you. Are you did I call you the other day? Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't do good with screen names. But let's see here, what else? Yeah, I've been fasting. So oh yeah, don't fast. If you're anything at anytime you're doing tempo or higher, so zone 1 is recovery, zone 2 is endurance, zone 3 is tempo, 4 is threshold, 5 is VO2, 6 is anaerobic and higher. Anytime you start doing tempo or higher, hey, Nielsen Powell's is on, sick. Anytime you start do tempo or higher, dude, you gotta carb up. That's important. You can go, I'll do pancakes and syrup in the morning sometimes. But other than that, I mean, you gotta carb up. It's huge. You can't, if you go into a workout under fueled, you're going to usually not make it through the workout. So that's super important. Especially if you finish the workout and you still have like an hour left of riding. When you get towards the end of that workout, you better pop a gel. Pop a gel, go through it. Even, maybe even just going into your workout, right when you start and you're hitting your warm up, pop a gel and then try to get through it. Carb loading is huge. You never want to do a workout on an empty stomach. It is super hard. Got it. Yeah, dude, Shane, I'm super excited. I talked to Shane yesterday. Yeah. Anyways, we were talking and stuff, and he's interested in coaching. And I guess I met him last year at the end of one of the road races. But Shane, I'm super excited to get working with you. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully racing starts soon for us, so we can get back to racing because I miss it already, and I'm running out of content for videos. So, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here at that 2 hour mark. So, any last questions you want to get in? Get those in really quick. I'm gonna be stopping here pretty quick. I'm getting tired. This will put me to what? 3.5 hours today. Rest day tomorrow. I mean, the rest of this has been recovery spin, but it looks nasty outside. I'm so glad I'm inside. Super gnar. Is there a time minimum that you should do a zone 2 ride? Dude, honestly, no. You could do it for an hour. You could do it for 4 hours. Obviously, the hour's gonna be way easier than the 4 hour one. Like, I'll do zone 2 rides for 4 hours. I get about 2.5 hours in, and then I start to kind of feel the fatigue. I hit the 3 hour mark, and I'm like, okay, now I'm feeling fatigued. But when it comes to racing, I mean, it's not as bad anymore. Plus, zone 2 is working on your aerobic fitness. So you're not turning on your upper energy systems like threshold and VO2 and anaerobic, but you're staying down in the lower end, and your body's making all those adaptations, making more mitochondria, different things. Really just building your engine so then eventually your threshold will start to creep up. That's the big deal with staying consistent. The more you stay consistent, the more you use that engine, the more efficient it's going to be. So, you know, sometimes you start 1 hour to 2 hours at straight zone 2, usually about 65%. So for me, 65% of 345 is about 225, somewhere in there. I'll just try to get an average power, you know, between 215 and 230. And I'll just cruise. I try to hold back on the climbs. I'll do some tempo on them, but I won't go over tempo. And just building that time at that aerobic state, and you see a lot of gains. Your body adapts in different ways. You get efficient at using fat for fuel versus carbs. So then when you do go hard, you have more carbs available. So now you can go harder. Different things like that. So endurance rides are key. Plus, they don't build a lot of fatigue compared to doing tempo rides or harder rides. That's why I'll do endurance. I call it endurance zone 2. Then next day I do a workout day, which is hard. The next day I'm pretty smashed, but I'll do endurance zone 2. Offloading some fatigue while continuing to build my engine. Do recovery day. Then I'll do a hard workout day. Then I finish it out with a long 4-hour zone 2 endurance. That's pretty much the structure of my week. And by the time the next workout rolls around, I'm ready for it. Does Ultegra group set require more maintenance than 105? I don't think so. Actually, Ultegra would be better than 105. As you move up through the group sets, they definitely get better. They shift better. They sound better. They're lighter. 105 is cool, but I mean, Ultegra is definitely a bump up. It's a good bump up, actually. I haven't used Shimano ever. I've been a SRAM guy all my life. I went from SRAM Force, SRAM Red, to SRAM ETAP, which is what I'm on right now. You can go electric, like Di2 or Di Ultegra or whatever it is, or ETAP or Axis. Dude, it's never out of alignment because there's no cables. So good. All right, closing in on a minute left. Hey, this was super fun. Since there's no racing going on, I will definitely do another one of these like Zwift race things and do the ahead of time stuff like I already did. But this was fun. So thanks for watching, guys, and keep training hard. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm working on a bumping video, how to get comfortable bumping people in races, because I saw one where someone bumped someone, they freaked and they caused a crash. So working on those. My sprinter's good at bumping because he's a sprinter. I'm getting good at it because I'm a lead out guy, so I have to work on that. Gonna hopefully maybe show I do a 5-minute power test. I got my drone, so I'll find a climb, do 5-minute power test on it, and then upload that to you guys and show you how to do that too. What else is there? Yeah, work on some other videos, and then I got a couple more race breakdowns, and then that's pretty much it. I might be out of video ideas until we start racing again, but anyways, super fun. ETAP is so sweet. Dude, ETAP, I'm so pumped at ETAP. ETAP is amazing. I'm gonna take this to 41 miles and I'm done. Almost there, get those XP points.
Now I gotta figure out what's for dinner. Maybe we'll do homemade pizza. Wife has to make some dough, but we can do homemade pizza. That's my favorite. Love me some homemade pizza. We also have this like 6 sweet potato dish that we do. Might do that too. It's like corn and beans and cherry tomatoes and sweet potato and feta cheese, because feta is better. Parsley. What else we put in it? Some lime and lime juice. Oh, so good. I'm so hungry. All I had today was oatmeal. Oh, you laughing at me in there? My wife's laughing at me. She hear me in the other room talking. Anyways, fun stuff. Hey, thanks for watching. See you guys later. That's the youth pastor in me. Anyways.